Alright, folks. Welcome on in, everybody. I still don't have the new games, and I just realized I never did my stream deck setup. Give me 1 second to do that really quickly, because it wouldn't be an Ash stream without some form of technical difficulty. Be it, you know, she just forgot to hit some buttons. There we go. Because that should go, yep. Okay, we're good. We are good now. For whatever reason, I have to, like, reset my stream deck every stream. So, anyway. But hi, how's it going? We need to double check her Spheals. Yeah, because I moved everybody. I cleaned up. So, it is now time to get us another shiny. I have a feeling. I know everybody's getting caught up with the hype of the brand new games, which is why I wanted to have a stream that anybody and everybody could come to tonight with no worries about a thing. I probably shouldn't have gone live almost 5 whole minutes early, because I don't think the stream has gone out yet. Oh well, it'll be fine. Let's just hope that we can get a shiny today, regardless of if it's, you know, right now when there's nobody in here, or if it's, you know, in 20 minutes when there's a lot of people in here. Okay. Straight to the box. Yeah, I was hoping that Walmart was going to be nice to me. Why should I ever believe that this Walmart that I work with is ever going to be nice to me? Regardless. I thought they were going to be nice to me and actually have copies of the game, but they didn't get a single copy. I guess there were other people who were there, like, super early trying to get copies too, and they're like, yeah, we didn't get any. So, I know Walmart was supposed to do pre-orders and things, but I guess ours didn't. Or there was just nobody who took them up on it. I don't know. But that's okay. You're still... okay. Sometimes she gets them early and sometimes she doesn't. There she goes. Eggs. Egg, please. Please don't egg my house, though. That'd be weird. So, I saw a video earlier today. I'm not a big fan of eggs, I will admit. Pretty much the only way I will eat eggs is scrambled. And even then, like, I have to be the one to make them, because nobody else makes them where they're good. Anyway. Especially not the restaurant that we went to the other day, who handed my husband an omelet and told him it was scrambled eggs. But anyway, where was I going with this? There was a video that I saw of it was a lady and then a guy who did it because he was like, what the crap? Cutting hard-boiled eggs by, like, spinning the egg. Like, barely put the knife in and just kind of rolled it. It was the wildest thing ever. But yeah, anyway. Random. But that is the epitome of who I am as a person, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay. Ah, yeah. Alright. Oh, goodness. Okay. $135. Okay. So we're up to 136 eggs. I'm thinking we get it in under 200. I'm thinking under 200. I feel like that has been about our normal. Somewhere between 150, give or take, and about 300 for the second one. Actually, no. It's been chiller than that. For the second ones, yeah, that one was 200. And then it was 40, 190, Yeah. So, hang on, fellas. Was I supposed to finish something that got sent to me in the mail? Oh, I just need to verify the email address, even though that was not the same. Okay. I thought I did. Okay. But welcome on in, everybody. We are up to... That's not the right app. That one. 137 for our second Spheal. Let's see if we can get it in under 200. That is my goal for today. Under 200. Oh my gosh. My nose is trying to run. Stab it. Whew. Ba 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 da 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 da. Okay. Let's see. I got an alert, or not necessarily an alert. There's like a news feed in our work app, and in it, they had a little announcement saying that we could start ordering the Christmas Nutty bars, which I was like, what on earth are these? Apparently, they're like a white chocolate version of the regular Nutty bars, Nutty Buddies. And I'm like uber excited because I love white chocolate. And I like a good Nutty bar. I like a Nutty Buddy. And so I'm excited to actually try this myself. So we'll see. I think they're going to be really good. Apparently they're not huge sellers, unfortunately, because people are dumb and don't like white chocolate. Lame butts. But yeah. I'm excited because I love white chocolate. In fact, when Halloween came and went, there was some extra candy things like at the store in town and everything that were on sale. And I dug through there until I found 2 white chocolate bags. They were the only 2 white chocolate bags in the whole store. And I bought them both. Because why not? It was like 50% off too. And I was like, heck yeah. White chocolate for the win. Hi, Bryce. How you doing, buddy? Have you gotten the new games yet? And if so, are you enjoying them? As far as I know, my husband was supposed to order them through Amazon and get them to us by Monday, I believe, was the delivery date. That's assuming he actually did it. He's been at work all day. So it wouldn't surprise me if he forgot. Whew. That's awesome. If you can somehow avoid spoiling, what's been your favorite part so far? Like, I've heard a lot of people are disappointed in the graphics. Like, my Twitter feed has actually been pretty chill, which I'm very grateful for. But that seems to be the only complaint I've seen. And everybody's getting shinies left and right. Like, what the poop? I think it was Vinny got a Lechonk already. I'm just like, dude, what the heck? Ooh, he's so cold. Why is it so cold? No, seriously, I don't know. So, this is going to sound really weird. Because of the way our apartment's set up, we do not have control over our own thermostat. There's not even a thermostat in our apartment. So, it's in one of the other apartments, and they control it basically for the whole building. Luckily, there are only 4 units, but still. And whoever is in charge of that thermostat must be one of those, you know those, like, stereotypical dad things to do is, like, keep the thermostat, like, ridiculously offset to try to cut costs and stuff. I feel like that's my neighbor, and they're trying to freeze us out. Because, oh my gosh, we're so cold all the time. It was so bad yesterday. Like, I felt like I was, like, borderline hypothermic. Well, because it was, like, 18 degrees this afternoon. Hang on, let me see what the Weather Channel says it is right now. It's currently 17 degrees, and it feels like 4. Oh, we love it. Like, I would have been fine, but I'm still wearing my, my fall coat. I should probably switch to my winter coat if this is going to keep up. Though, actually, that hasn't been too bad for me. It's been my pants. Hi, Kirsten. I layered up leggings under jeans today, and that's just not going to cut it. I need to, like, get snow pants or something because this is getting ridiculous. I'm so cold. But, yeah, yesterday I was, like, borderline hypothermic, freezing when I came in here. Went and took a blisteringly hot shower, and then was so cold I curled up in bed and fell asleep. That's why I didn't stream yesterday, in case you guys were curious. Ash promised she'd stream on Thursday, and she didn't. Yeah, that's why. Like, I felt almost feverish. I was so cold. And, like, the only reason why I eventually got out of bed, because it took me a long time to get out of bed, I was so done. Like, my stomach was in knots. I was so hungry. Welcome to Midwest Winters. Yep. So, it's been a time. Yeah, I ended up getting up and was like, I need to make something hot and warm, like soup. And I had, this is going to sound really weird, I had a can of cheesy tortellini, actually. Like, Progresso made a thing of tortellini in a can. I was just like, this is actually really cool. And I was like, I'm going to heat that up. But before I heat that up, it's been forever heating that up, I'm going to make a thing of popcorn first. So that way I can have something to kill my stomach while I prep for the warmth. And was like, I really should make some of these apple ciders. And I forgot. Because I would have had to, you know, do up another mug. So the best thing that my mom got me last year, because she's basically got me an entire winter wardrobe last year. It was fantastic. She got me a fall coat, a winter coat, which are essentially, you know, winter and subwinter. She also got me boots that I've been wearing the past couple of days, and a couple other things. But like a heated blanket for the car. Like, has a car jack and everything. It's great. I haven't used it yet. Haven't had to in the truck because my truck gets nice and toasty. I need to probably give it to Masonator to have in his car. But regardless, one of the things that she got me was essentially a hoodie blanket. It's like a cross between a hoodie and a Snuggie. Like, it's awesome is what it is. So the top up looks like a hoodie. You know, it's got the big zipper and everything, but it reaches all the way down to my ankles. And I'm like, this is fantastic, actually. So after I got up out of the bed yesterday, I immediately threw that on and was snuggling in that, heating up my popcorn, heating up my soupy tortellini stuff, and then climbed back into bed in that wrap up. It's kind of like a hoodie robe almost, if you want to get an image of this, under the 12 stacks of blankets, and I'm hardly kidding. I think there's 6 on either side. Now, we got one that's kind of draped across us both at this point, which is actually kind of funny. But yeah, it was curled up underneath all that. Had my soupy tortellini, had my popcorn bowl, had a water in case, and I had my Switch with Fire Emblem Three Houses, and was just like, yes, this is my night. I needed that. And when my husband came home, I don't think he was shocked. I think he was shocked to hear that I was just as cold as I was, but it's so cold in this daggum apartment. I feel like I need to be wearing gloves right now. Oh my gosh, it's freezing. Like, I'm still wearing all my outside gear, except obviously I'm not wearing my coat. And I'm not wearing my boots, but I'm still wearing, you know, the leggings under the jeans with the tall socks up halfway up my calf. You know, or I should rephrase, tall, thick socks. I have a couple of sets of tall socks that are not very thick at all. They're about the same as my, you know, novelty socks that I have. Here we go. Hatching eggs. But yeah, so I am not prepared for a Midwest winter. Midwest winter has not been nice to me thus far. Wednesday night was just not a good day across the board, because first Amazon decides to screw up my husband's Christmas present. Made me so mad. I opened up this big box, and I'm not going to tell exactly what it is, but I'll say it was a box about this big, was what was in that giant box. And they didn't put any sort of protection in it, like no bubble wrap, not even the big ones, you know, like nothing. And so it was just rattling around in there. And so it dented a whole corner of it. And I'm like, I can't give this to him with a massive dent in it. So had to deal with that with Amazon. And then I found out my old mentor from college passed away. And then as we were driving home after spending time with our friends, I hit black ice and did a full 360 in my truck. The only other time I've done a 360 was when I got hit. And that was not my fault. I was not driving. So I had a little bit of a PTSD moment there where I was just kind of freaking out. But yeah, wheels started jerking, and because I didn't know any better, I started doing what I was taught to do if you hit a floodplain, which was, you know, big swooshing back and forth, which is not how you do that. At least I had the sense to, you know, take my foot off the gas and stuff. But, you know, up until that point, I'd been going the speed limit, if not above the speed limit, because of the roads were nice. And all of a sudden, the roads got really bad. And there was an area with a bunch of cops, you know, kind of pulled off to the side. Turns out one guy was in the ditch and another guy had been hit or hit something. I don't know. And so, you know, we slowed down a good chunk. And then after we got around that, the guy in front of me started going a little bit faster, but he still had his hazards on. And so I was like, oh, I'll just pass him. And shortly after that was when I hit the black ice. Like, I was nowhere near up to speed. I was doing probably about 40 miles per hour in a 70 zone. Or no, it was 65 by that point, but still. Yeah. And did a full spin out and was freaking out. Luckily, my husband's an absolute champ. You know, he was dead asleep. And this started, and I started screaming and all sorts of stuff. And he's just, you know, calm down, you're fine. Everything's okay. what have we learned here? I'm like, you don't do that. And he's like, yep, that's exactly what you've learned. You know, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it was just it was a crazy night. So ever since then, I have, you know, had some, I guess mild PTSD would be a great way to explain this. I get very anxious anytime I see something that looks even remotely like black ice. So yeah, you can imagine. So between the town where I live and the town where my warehouse is, which is where I pick up all of my product, it's also where a lot of my locations, where my delivery spots are. It's essentially, you know, a 2-lane highway. You got one lane going this way, one lane going that way. And at certain points, they give you passing lanes and things like that. But they're, you know, pretty close to the town. And that's really it. You don't have them, you know, when you first jump on. And so I had a caravan behind me today. It was actually kind of funny. Because I'm just sitting there, you know, it's a 55 zone. I'm doing between 40 and 50. I would range. The later it got, the higher I would get. Because it was warmer a little bit. And some of the snow was kind of dissipating. Either that or a plow had gone through. I don't even know. But yeah, I was sitting kind of in that range and people were not having it. But yeah, I looked back at one point and I just had this caravan of like 20 cars and trucks and stuff. It was actually kind of funny. The people who were, you know, set and they have to go the speed limit zipped on around me the second they could. But everybody else is like, nah, we're cruising. I'm just very lucky that when that happened, I didn't have my trailer attached. Because I think if I had had my trailer attached, not only would the trailer have snapped, I think it would have caused my truck to flip. I think it would have rolled my truck. Because of just how herky-jerky we were. Trying to get through that. So I'm very thankful. We didn't hit anything. And in fact, this was actually kind of funny. So after I've been sitting here, like for about 10, 15 solid seconds, just like, oh my gosh, comes pittering around as the guy had passed, doing like 15, just going uber slow. And so, you know, get a second. And then I slowly followed him. Just followed in line behind him. And it ended up working out just fine. We got home just fine. Everything was great. Yeah, I thought for sure we were going in the woods. But no. It was kind of weirdly perfect the way that I kind of steered it. Because even with spinning out the way we did, we ended up... So if the 2 lanes are here, so lane that I was in, I ended up exactly next to the lane on the side of the road. Kevin! Thank you, friend. Yeah. So that was not fun. I'm trying to avoid that again at all costs. I know it probably will happen again at some point because I've been told it will happen again at some point. Just hopefully not with my trailer attached. And hopefully not going faster than even we were because, whee, that was not fun. Whew, that was not fun. I think we would have still, like, wiggled a lot, even if I was going slower. But I don't think we would have full spun out the way we did. But, hey, you live and you learn. That's something I needed to experience, even though, you know, I was still freaking out about it 2 days later. What are you having for dinner, Kev? If you're still here, hanging out. I made a really big lunch earlier. And so I very well may not eat dinner except for maybe like a bag of popcorn. Mac and cheese? Like homemade mac and cheese or like boxed or worse yet, the cups of mac and cheese? Because my husband will do 2 of the cups of mac and cheese for dinner or for lunch or something like that. And I'm like, why not just make a box? But then again, then he'd have to, you know, find something to cook it with. So I guess doing it that way is easier. Because those can just go in the microwave. You still did not answer my question, mister. Is it the cups of mac and cheese? Is it the box mac and cheese? Is it homemade mac and cheese? We need to know the kinds of mac and cheese. Also, Thanksgiving is coming up next week. What are you guys planning as far as food goes? If you guys celebrate. It's craft. Okay. Kevin? That doesn't make any sense. My dad makes some of the best crock pot style mac and cheese. Gosh. He also does really good baked mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, so good. And it's so funny because he has no clue how he does it. My dad never once has ever cooked with a recipe. Or like that's just not in him to do that. And I'm like, no. Oh. So what do you do with the cheese packs? Just like throw them out or something? Then if that's the case, why don't you just buy noodles? Like, you can buy pasta in a box. And it's cheaper than buying Kraft mac and cheese. Like, I am perplexed. Like, you could buy some penne or some elbow mac. Like, you can buy a lot of different kinds of pastas and make it mac and cheese. You know, sometimes I use them if I'm lazy. Okay. I wanted to be creative. No, I appreciate creativity, mister. That is not what is confusing me. What is confusing me is, like, if you do this on a regular basis, why not just buy things of pasta? Cook it till al dente. Dump in some milk, some butter, cheese. You're good to go. It's not regular. This one is... Oh, it's one of the first times. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I thought you were implying that you've done this, like, a lot. I obviously need to chill. Actually, no, I don't need to chill. I'm freezing. Oh, gosh. Don't need to chill. Don't need to chill. No, not yet. Now I kind of want to make mac and cheese, but I don't even know what kinds of cheese I have. I do have milk and butter. I legitimately could just make, like, mac and cheese. Okay, this is actually really cool. So my Outdate account just gets a bunch of random stuff all the time. Like, they had these giant bags of frozen mozzarella sticks, you know, and then they had a bunch of giant frozen Hillshire Farms kielbasa. And so, like, I bought a big thing of that because it was 4 pounds for $8. Less than $8. And it was funny. My husband was like, "Is that a good deal?" Because he doesn't, you know, eat kielbasa. That's just not on his radar. I don't know if he'd actually enjoy it or not, but he was just like, "Is that like a good deal or something?" I was like, to put it into perspective for you, on a good deal at Aldi, I could get a 13 to 14 ounce one, which is less than a pound, for like $2.50. And he's like, "Yeah, no, that's a good deal." I was like, "Yeah, it is." But they had these really cool pasta shapes. They're leprechaun themed. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, some of the pasta is shaped like pots of gold. Some of them are shaped like 4-leaf clovers. I'm like, what on earth is this? I love it. I got 2 of them and haven't used them yet. And I've had them for a while. But luckily, pasta, you know, sits. You can just keep it in the cabinet and be good. I also have a crap ton of potatoes. So if you guys have potato recipes or ideas of things I can do with potatoes, I would very much enjoy hearing them. I am open to doing up baked potatoes. I have an air fryer, plus you can do them in the microwave. So that's a thing. I've also done, I did kind of like a home fry style, which are like the cubed up versions. Did them up in the air fryer. That was really good. Haven't done just like straight up like French fry style, but my air fryer is not very big. Like with those mozzarella sticks, I could only fit, the most I fit in one go was 7 of the old kind. The new kind that we bought is not as good, and they were basically, I think I only got 5 in. Fried potatoes is part of a breakfast for dinner deal. That's true. Could do that. You're talking just like a stir fry style? Like, do it up in some olive oil and seasoning like that? And just do it on the stove? Or you mean like air fryer? Because, I mean, it's basically the same process. When I did it in the air fryer, I did some oil and some seasonings in a bag, and I shook them up in the bag first and then threw it in there. That seemed to work pretty well. I'm trying to think of what all seasonings I did. There, ooh, that hurt. At Dollar General, there's this Kickin' Chicken seasoning or whatever. It's got like orange zest and red pepper flakes and stuff in it. It's actually really good. I used that on the potatoes. Yeah, that was really good. I wasn't anticipating that being as good as it was. I think it was called Kickin' Chicken. I'd have to go look and see for certain, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. But doing that on the potatoes, I didn't do a whole lot of it because it is rather potent. And by potent, I just mean like strong flavor-wise. Like, you got that spice, you got that spice. Type deal. But I'm also notorious for throwing in salt and pepper. But I like, you know, the flaky, do it up in the grinder thing. So, anyway. I'm weird. Bro, hi friend. Love you the most, no tapex. Daggum you. How was your birthday, mister? It was Bry's birthday yesterday, guys. Wait a second. It was also Klepto's birthday, and I didn't say happy birthday, Klepto. Oh, man. I feel like a bad friend. Because don't you two have the same birthday? Hang on. It's in my phone. Brian Klepto. I feel bad. I have to message Klepto now. Brian surprised me. He showed up at my doorstep. Of course he did. We love that guy. Okay. I feel better now. I at least told him happy belated birthday. Oh, goodness. He also gifted me Minecraft on Switch, or did you get it for like PC or something? Which you have a Mac, so I don't even know how that would work. Unless you can somehow open Steam. Why do you know open Steam? Switch? Okay. That's what Masonator has it on. And that's how we were playing. Luckily, with the fact that he should be, you know, able to start doing more of a normal shift. Like, he may still be there, you know, 7 to 5 instead of 7 to 9. We may be able to start doing more Minecraft streams again. Because I really enjoyed it when we did it. But we just haven't had the availability with the two of us. And, like, he's wanted to come home and just relax, which is partly why, you know, I've been deliberate about trying to stream when he's not here. So that when he does get home, he can just relax. It's not because I'm hiding him from the stream. No, I'm just trying to do right. So, let's see if we can get a shiny that we can gift. Well, it won't be a gift because it needs to be for the living decks. But maybe if we get a 4th one, it'll be gifted. It'll add up with Mango. the Shinxie. Our 4th Shinx. We did not end up with a 4th Ralts, however. So you won't have that, unfortunately. Ooh, excuse me. I'm impatiently waiting for Amazon. Yeah, I think that's the boat we're in too, Bri. I made the mistake of not pre-ordering the games and having them delivered here. And I have learned my lesson. No, don't trust Walmart. That is the lesson. Don't trust Walmart. I should know better. This is the Walmart that kept trying to screw me up a couple weeks ago, so. And they did something else today and made me mad. I haven't even told anybody about that, and I'm still mad about it. Anyway. Don't need to do that. But yeah, I think Masonator was supposed to buy it for us on Amazon. And for those curious why I had him do it, he's got the Prime account and I don't. And we just paid for it on his account, so. I was like, yeah, please. Since, you know, you should get free, you know, rushed shipping or whatever you want to call it with Prime. My whole thing, because I had Prime for a couple of months at one point. I did like 2 separate temporary Primes. My problem was anything that I was buying didn't qualify for Prime shipping. I'm just like, what the heck? So, just never worked out for me. And we probably ought to actually start utilizing Amazon Prime, like the TV stuff. Because, I mean, isn't that part of Amazon Prime? You get the free TV. So, anyway. So, we'll have to look into... I'll have to ask him. Actually, let me ask him now. I was like, did you actually put the order in? Put the order. Okay, that must be my neighbor. I thought I heard the door open and close. But I guess that was the downstairs neighbor. They have a tendency to slam the door. They were in and out earlier, just slam, 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 slam. I was like, oh my gosh, please stop. Luckily, I was just sitting here chilling. Wasn't a big deal, but it was just like, come on, please stop. So we're up to 172 eggs for our round 2. I'm hoping we get it in under 200. But yeah. So depending on what Masonator says, we may be getting our games as of Monday. So. I really wanted to have it today, but, you know, I was not about to do that and drive again, so I was just like, nah, I'll wait and have it delivered to us, all safe and sound like. Because there's not even any telling if they're going to be at the store or not, because I checked Walmart for the other... there are 2 different Walmarts within about 30 minutes or so from me on a normal drive. And neither one of them got any. I was like, what the crap? And next to the other Walmart is GameStop. And I was like, well, I could just, you know, pop in there. It's like, but it's not worth it. I'd better call. And I was like, I don't feel like calling. And I was like, I'll just... do it on Amazon, and we'll get it on Monday. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Fine. So, we'll see. I'm excited for the games, but I am a diehard physical copy person. I don't know what it is. I just have always preferred physical over digital. The exception, of course, being digital-only games. But, yeah. Excuse me. Like, I have maybe 2 or 3 games that are physical able, but I have as digitals, and that's because they were just running stupidly good deals on them on the eShop, and I bought them there instead. Maybe digital only? Yeah, but that's a little different. That is a... I don't know exactly what I would call it. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for me, personally, to do those games as hard copies when you've not done that for any other sort of redo like that, you know? Because, like, when they did all of the old school Pokemon games for 3DS, they didn't make those into hard copies. They were like, they're digital eShop only, you know, and that to me made sense. Because they had it where you could buy, you know, the red and all of those Gen 1, Gen 2 games and stuff for your 3DS. Because I actually got a few of them. You know, was playing through them. Hold on. What on earth is this? Oh, lovely. So, like, to me, that one makes sense. But, you know, one of these main series games, like, they're never going to make a Zelda game that's digital only. I don't think they ever would. I think they'll give that as an option. But to be only digital, I don't think they'll ever do it. Because it's such a nuanced game that, you know, everybody wants it in their hands. Sort of deal. Like, you want to go pick up that copy of Zelda, you know, that sort of deal. I feel like Pokemon's one of those series that they'll never do that with. Just like these huge games like Far Cry or Fallout. Fallout they may want to do only digital after the last game, but like those sorts of big name games, Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, I doubt they'll ever go straight digital. But, you know, hey, we've remade this old school PlayStation 1 game and put it on the Switch. That to me makes sense. Because it's just like what they're doing with the, hang on, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. The Nintendo Switch Online stuff. Like, that makes sense for it to be all digital because it's a compilation of all sorts of old school tiny games because they didn't require much data to make in the first place. But because it was, you know, such new age invention and stuff back then, you know, and I say back then because acting like it's not my childhood or anything. But, you know, that sort of stuff. And no, I have not played any of the N64 games. Don't ask. I got it. So that way, you know, one day I would. And I haven't. Because I've never played an N64. Never played an N64 game. None of it. I have played some GameCube games. But few and far between. And that was predominantly only at my friend's house when I was growing up. And then one of my cousins, who was older. Like he is almost 40 now. So, you know, significantly older than I am. He had a GameCube. But we so rarely saw him. And the only person he'd really play with was my brother. Because he didn't really have any games that interested me at all. Though his setup was really cool. So, that particular cousin is a quadriplegic. He was in a really bad touch football accident on his 18th birthday, actually. But anyway, So he doesn't have use of his individual fingers. He can raise his hand like this, but he can't like move the actual digits. And he couldn't move his toes for the longest, but he did physical therapy a couple years ago and was actually starting to, you know, regain a lot of, you know, that movement that he didn't have. But what they did, because he still loved video games, is they actually made him a mouth controller. It was really kind of neat. Like, he'd have, you know, the handheld controller for anybody else who would play. But his controller was a giant mouthpiece. It was really neat. I've not seen anything like that since. And other than. And I think it's just so cool. Like, obviously, you know, bad circumstance, but at the same time, he took something and made something really cool with it. Just, anyway, I thought it was really neat. But yeah, back to the conversation of physical versus digital. Physical all daggum day. Actually, riddle me this, people who know better. Genshin, digital only, or are there physical copies? Because isn't Genshin essentially just a giant MMO? For some reason, to me, that makes more sense as a digital. Yeah, that makes more sense to me as a digital because it is an MMO. Just like Masonator plays this game called Albion. And that's, I'm pretty sure a digital only game. And he loves it because it's a giant MMO. But like, as far as like games with story like this, where it's an individual base, I don't think they'll ever get rid of physical. I don't think they will. And if they do, I think they'll lose a lot of people's interest. Because some people are diehards about it. Yeah, constantly updating it. And for something like that, that is a giant MMO, that makes more sense. Like, for, we'll take Sword and Shield, for example. They issued a few updates, mostly to, like, the wild area and stuff like that. And it was stuff that they could change, but they couldn't just, like, you know, completely update the graphics and stuff like that, really, after the fact, you know? But, like, theoretically, with Genshin, they could. They could overhaul the entire system. And it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, yeah, it'd be a big update. Kind of like Fall Guys. That's another thing. Games like Fall Guys, Among Us. Why on earth is there a physical copy of Among Us? That doesn't make sense to me. That does not make sense. I was in Walmart today looking at their Switch section, and there was a physical copy of Among Us. I'm like, why? That doesn't make sense. I know there was like this, like legacy package or something. I can't remember what they called it. They called it something funky like that. Funky is what I said. Before anybody starts trying to take me out of context. I said funky. Anyway. But why on earth would you do a physical copy of Among Us? I don't get it. When you're constantly updating and having to adjust stuff, you have big servers like that. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why, but in my brain, that's just like, that's a cutoff point. Fall Guys makes sense digital only. Can constantly update it. Boom, go. Having a physical copy of Fall Guys would be weird to me. I know. I can go on an absolute rant about this for ages, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm so daggum cold, I'm acting jittery just to fight the cold. Yes, I'm that cold. I need to get like a space heater or something for in here. We have a little one in our bathroom that we've been using, but it's not doing that much. And I'm kind of bummed about it, honestly. Like, after this stream is done, I'm probably gonna do exactly the same thing as what I did last night, which is curl up in the bed with my Switch and probably a bag of popcorn. I've been on a kettle corn kick lately, which I was never a kettle corn person, but when we were over at our friend's house, they kept giving us kettle corn, and I'm like, this is sweet. Like, usually when I think of popcorn, I think of salty and buttery and gloriousness, you know? But kettle corn's got that, like, hidden sweetness in it, and I'm just like, I like this. It's a refreshing, like, redo almost. I needed a heater in the mornings. I know. Bri, seriously, what is the temperature outside for you? I bet you it's like 65. That's my guess, is it's 65. 62! Daggum you! Let's look at our weather channel at the moment. It is currently 15 degrees outside and it feels like 2. I am cold. I love how it was like snow possible after 8. Now it's changed to snow possible after 9. I'm just like, can we not with the snow right now? It's like, it was really pretty for a couple of days, but I don't like driving in this because they don't plow in front of my storage unit. And so I just end up walking in giant chunks of snow. I actually need to go to our personal storage unit some point this weekend and get some stuff out of there. Because, like, my KitchenAid is in there. I want that. Hold up. Perfect. Wait, is it really? Heck yeah! I thought it'd be more than that. Okay, that just made my day. I'm gonna get a $1,000 check this week. Heck yeah! Sorry guys, that just made me very, very happy. My boss usually sends me, you know, updates as far as, you know, what I should expect for a paycheck on, like, Mondays. He just sent it now. Because we have a weird week coming up this week because we can't deliver on Thursday to most places, if any. And I'm not going to deliver to my 2 Friday stops. So, if I'm going to do my Thursday route, it's going to be on Monday. But for any of those who currently have the brand new games, are you enjoying it? Ow! That hurt. My elbow did not like that. If you are enjoying it, please let me know. I love to hear that. No spoilers, of course. I'm just excited. I'm having a lot of fun. Oh, that's so good. I love it. Now, they're still doing gym challenges in this one, right? They're just, you can do them in whatever particular order or something is the deal. For what I've seen, I'm very excited. Oh yeah, you haven't gotten yours yet. Wait, so the one that you were supposed to get today is still not here? Because you said you had coming 2 different days, right? Oh, Sag. Oh, goodness. Bri, I'm sorry, bud. Actually, that reminds me, I need to return my book. Because I finished it. Managed loan. Return early. There we go. Now I don't have any books left. Sad. What is this? Okay. Whew. Scarlet today, Violet Tuesday, but it's out for delivery. I mean, I've had it say out for delivery and then it showed up on my doorstep 2 seconds later. And then I've had it say out for delivery and it not show up for 3 days. That one made me mad. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even remember what it was for. I just remember that it happened and I wasn't happy about it. Because I think it was something I kind of needed. Or would have preferred sooner rather than later, you know? You know, there are some things that you order and that you get and you're like, yeah, I can wait on this. This will be fine. That's part of the reason why we're like, yeah, we can wait until Monday to get our games. It'll be fine. And then there are other things it's like, no, I need this like now, please. Like, let's say, for example, you're parents to a toddler. And for whatever reason, you know, the toddler breaks the baby gate. You need a new baby gate. For whatever reason, you can't get to a store. And so you order one from Amazon. And it says it'll be here tomorrow. And then it takes an entire week. And you're just like, what the crap, bro? You promised it'd be here tomorrow. We have a toddler running around. I think that'd be a good reason to really need something right away. And then you get the one instance of guy opening up both of my packages and dumping them into the same package. And then leaving it open on my doorstep. I will never get over that. I thought my roommate did it. I thought she did. She'd already opened my mail once, so. But anyway. Meep. Hi, Kyle. Hold up. What is it? Okay, Kyle. I can't see your profile picture. It just looks really tiny to me. Are you supposed to be a slime? Or is it a spoiler? Oh, it is Sprigatito. Okay. It's just so tiny on my screen, I can't tell what it is. I know for a while Price was Sprigatito. It's my emote made into a profile picture. Ah, okay. This little TV over here is not easy for my eyes to see sometimes. Like, if I didn't know that Price's profile picture was a turtwig, I may not have known that that was what that was. Or that Bry's was a picture of Bry. Of course. I'm going to go with Flickogo. And I think my husband is... He's either going Quaxley or Sprigatito, and I'm not entirely sure which one. Hi, I'm Bry. Bry is a Bry. Oh, goodness. Whew. I'm not even entirely sure what time he's supposed to be. I put 10 hours in at least just looking for sparkles so far. Dang. I've been seeing people posting on Twitter about getting shinies fairly quickly, actually. Did they lower the odds, or is it they're just having that good of luck? I got one just now. Just not a new mon? Oh. What'd you get? One in 4,000? So they did lower it. They cut that in half. Rookity. Oh. Well, there you go. Wait, so Rookity is in the game? Heck yeah. Honestly, I really liked the Rookity line. I liked that line a lot. I kind of wish, though, that the, I thought that Rookity lent itself to being more of a dark type than just a solo flying. But I appreciated that they went for solo flying. Just one I really wanted in Gen 8. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't go with my initial plan for Sword, which was to shiny hunt every route. So every mon on my team would have been shiny. That would have taken me so dang long. But after my Wooloo, I was just like, I'm done. I was so done. And then this game ended up becoming my hunting game. Because it essentially became, or it became my Dex game and all of that sort of stuff. So I think what Sword will be is, you know, eventually if I want to do like content with Sword, that'll be the one I use. Instead of, you know, overriding my Shield game. That way Shield stays being the like full-blown playthrough and everything sort of game. And also, one of my rules that I gave myself when I did Sword was that I couldn't pick any mon from my initial Shield team. And that killed me. Because I went with Inteleon that time. So I went with the Sobble line. Had my shiny Wooloo, because I didn't have Wooloo on my team. Pure pickiness. Jeez. I couldn't use Nickit, because I had that. Couldn't use, oh, Luckiness. Oh, gosh. Alright, then. But yeah, I couldn't use... No, I couldn't use Hatron, because that was on my team. That's why I had Galarian Rapidash. Couldn't use Chomps, because that was my water type. I did Roly-Coly instead, because I didn't have Scorbunny line. I'm trying to think. Well, my shiny charm is in Shield, but I have Sword. Yeah. That's kind of how I am right now. Dadgummit. I did it again. I just had a feeling. Well, while I'm here, I'll show you guys my Shield, or my Sword team, because I have them. Because I transferred them all over. I just have to see which box they're in. I think... No, this is my Shield team, right? Your Shield, I think. Yeah, I used Toxtricity, I think, instead. There's my shiny double. Yeah, so it was Toxtricity, Zacian, or Zacian, or however you say it. Will you be getting to play the games? So no, I did not do a pre-order like a dum-dum head. So my husband just actually bought them a little while ago from Amazon. So they should be getting here by Monday or so. Where are the rest of my mons? Because I had a Toxtricity. I remember that. I think it was that one. Is the one I had. Because that's from this game. Did I have Obstacle? Nope. Stop. Buttons. Check summary. I'll be able to tell you by the name of the trainer. Where's the trainer name? Oh, there it is. Blade. Okay, yeah, so... Yep, that was my original double there. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so that's the Toxtricity from my team. My sword team. That's from my sword game. That's from sword. That's sword. That's sword. That one was a Dynamax one that I found. Surfetch was from sword. That one's from Bry. Why do I have just a random Ludicolo from Bry? I love it. I have a Ferrothorn from Ian. Okay. Can't wait to experience the game. Yeah, no, I will probably stream it. At least for like initial reactions. I might do some stuff kind of off cam. I do not remember. Cause were you part of the trading to get the decks full stuff? I think Ian was. I know Will, Masonator, and I were, and I think Klepto was another. Maybe John? There were like 5 or 6 of us all trading around. I had a ton of them from Pokemon Home that I transferred over, of course. Because you guys have seen my Pokemon Home game. Pokemon Home's not a game, Ash. Oh my gosh. Oh, did I... We're just gonna ignore that. Yeah, Kevin was there too. Yeah, there were quite a few of us trying to get it all sorted so everybody could have the shiny charm. Because there were several Pokemon that I just did not have. Like, I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to get Stojoner. Or the fossils and stuff. Those were boogers. Especially with how you got them. Like, that was just, it was kind of weird. Because you had to go digging for them. And I remember spending like a solid hour or 2 just digging. It was crazy. Yeah, so I'm hoping they get here by Monday. If they get here tomorrow, I may scream bloody murder. But we don't get mail on Sundays, like, at all. Like, you know the whole Harry Potter, there's no post on Sunday. There is no post here on Sunday. Period. We're in such a small town, they will not do deliveries on Sunday. And I'm like, good for you guys, but stinks for us because we have to wait till Monday. And there's not an Amazon place too close by. I think there's one in the Twin Cities. And I think that's it. Like, as far as like a distribution center. Yeah, I think the nearest one's probably the Twin Cities. And that's quite a bit away. My burn is healing, but it's kind of like starting to peel now, and I don't like that. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this. I burned the absolute poop out of my hand the other day. I was cooking on our little, we have a little one spot. And I'd been cooking, I turned it off, and I accidentally bumped it with the side of my hand and burned myself pretty badly, actually. To the point where it looked like a scar. And it has now settled into what looks like a cut. That's like peeling. It's kind of funky. But yeah. It straight up looked like a scar. Also, this is egg number 202. Please be fun. Please be shiny. That'd be hilarious. The fun number would be shiny. Darn it. I talked you up. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. I have to be blindsided. That's how this works. But alright. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and go another 30 eggs. So that'll get us to 232, which will be another 100 eggs from where we started. That should be about right. We may end a little sooner than that. It just depends kind of how I'm feeling. Or, you know, if hubby comes home. Or if we get the shiny first. I'm hoping we get the shiny first. But you never know. Oh. But I am so glad that people who do have the games are really enjoying them. I hope I'm going to. I think I will. Like, I really enjoyed Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was one of the hypest, like, build-ups for me for a game. The only one that I think had... Actually, no. Fire Emblem Three Houses was a big one. I remember when it was, like, when they announced the game and everything. And I was just like, this is so great. And it was like, pre-orders begin X day. I was at GameStop the second I could. Like, I think it was like a Thursday is when you could start pre-ordering. And I walked in there at like 10 a.m. or something like that. Or no, it was a little after that because they didn't open until 10. So it was like 10:30, 11, something like that. And the guy behind the counter was kind of like a buddy of mine. And so he was just like, you know, give it a minute. We can't do in-store pre-orders for the big box. So, because that was what I wanted. I wanted the Legacy collection thing, whatever it was called for that particular game. I can't remember off the top of my head. Ooh, we're hatching shinies. But he's like, but I can try an online order for you. And he did. And it was great. But he was like on the phone with their tech support and stuff because it crashed their whole system. There was another guy also trying to get the same pre-order. So there were two of them trying to work with us. One was with me and one was with the other guy. And the other guy was going back and forth between that shop and the vape shop next door. I think he worked in the vape shop. But he just kept popping in and out. He's like, how's it going? Not yet. Okay. Pops back out. How's it going? Not yet. But pops back out. Just kept doing that over and over again. But I was like having an absolute like, not panic, but like way too flippin' excited. It was kind of great though. Because when we finally got it, I think I screamed. I was just so happy. Excuse me for a minute. Oh, whew, sorry about that, fellas. Fellas, folks, and otherwise. Whew. Ooh, popping my ears. Okay. This is the last one from this group. 207. Ow. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Huzzah. Whew. Oh, goodness. Waka waka? Alright then. Well, come on in, Zen. Oh, goodness. I'm trying not to get rid of eggs again. Okay, I gotta clear this out. I'm sorry, guys. This is really gross. There we go. Whew. All right, then. Okay. Nothing from you. Oh, I saw you pop up. Come back over here. Huzzah! Trying not to get rid of any eggs too early. Okay. Huzzah! Whew. Okay, so we did not get it in under 200 eggs. Do we think we'll get it in under 3? Usually for our second go round, it's been less than 300. Hi, David. How you doing, friend? How's the hunt going? 208 on our second one. Now 209. So not bad. As long as we don't go anywhere near as many as we did last time. Which was 1113, mind you. Yeah, at at 1,113. My husband is calling me. Hello, husband. We are on stream. I'm gonna wrap up here in a little bit. Wrap up here in a little bit. Okay. 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 Bye. I didn't think that was going to work quite as well as it did. As far as like shifting the phone in there. But yeah, that worked actually really well. I didn't even have to hold it. Yeah, we got one at 1,113 was when we finally got it, and I was so both upset and relieved at the same time. Because I was just like, this is crazy. This is stupid. How daggum long are we gonna go? You know, that sort of deal. So everybody can see our precious Kevin Wheel. There he is. Check him. I was there for a lot of it. Yeah, we finally got him. He had thick fat. Also adamant nature. But yeah. Cool. Oh. Bull. Hang on. Okay. Now we need to keep on keeping on. So we're at 212. We may not make it to 213. Or 213. LOL. To 232. But it's another 20. We might make it there before he gets home. He gets home in about 20 minutes or so. So, and we have something we have to work on. Or I have to respond to an email, apparently, that I don't think I've gotten. So I got 2 things and there's nothing for me to do. Yeah, so I don't know. So we'll need to look at something, because something obviously hasn't gone through or something. So may need it done before tomorrow, so we'll probably have to do that again. It's like I submitted it a couple hours ago, so I don't know what happened. Because it was well before I went live, and I went live right before 5 o'clock. So I think I did it between 3 and 4, but I don't remember exactly when. But it doesn't matter. What matters is getting a daggum shiny. Please and thank you. We would very much like to enjoy having yet another shiny. Are you trying to get the whole line shiny? Yep. So whenever I do shiny hunts, I go ahead and try to get for the whole line. So like when I did Ralts, I already had a shiny Gardevoir, so I only needed 3. And when I did Shinx, I needed all 3 because I gave Ryan back his Luxray that he gave me when he felt so bad for me. But yeah, so some of these mons, I do have some shinies. Like, for example, I have a shiny Kingler. Random one, but I have it. Most of those were from doing raid dens with Klepto. I'm not entirely sure how he managed it, but he always found the shiny ones, so we're just gonna roll with it. No, I never questioned it. We don't question that. We say, oh yay, Klepto, you're awesome. So, we need 2 more of these shiny round boys. And I actually got a 4th Shinx. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. What was I talking about? I got distracted. Oh, yeah. So, what I plan on doing is at some point, you know, after we've accumulated quite a few of these shinies of the extras, I'm going to do a bit of a giveaway. And give them to viewers and whatnots. You know? So what I do is once I get the last of the shinies, I stop accumulating eggs and then hatch open the rest of them. And if there's another shiny in there, that's just an extra bonus one. That's what happened with Shinx. We ended up with Mango, who was our 4th shiny, which is super exciting. Because we ended up... Hang on. I will tell you. We had Good Boy, Macaroni, Cheese, and Mango. Okay, so I need to go back to the hunting and tap. There we go. So now we're up to 217. Huzzah. Okay. Whew. Yeah, my plan is to get, you know, several of them accumulated, not just obviously the one. And do some giveaways. Because I know shinies are really hard for a lot of people to get. Because they just either don't have the patience to sit here and do this, which half the time I don't have that patience, so don't feel bad. Like, I am very notorious for not having patience. For whatever reason, like, at the start of a shiny hunt, I am good. Like, anytime there's a fresh one, I'm good. But the second I get bogged down, that's why the Roly Boy was making me so frustrated. Because it was almost as bad as my first Shinx hunt. Though that was entirely self-inflicted and didn't realize it. And yes, that one was a messed up Masuda. I was not actually doing Masuda method. And I was like 2,400 eggs in or something stupid like that. Somebody went and looked it up at the last one that I did. Because after a while, when I realized what I'd done, I gave up. They changed how to shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know if I'm going to like it. No spoilers, just some info. I appreciate a heads up. That is different than a spoiler. So I appreciate a heads up. Like, I think it was this morning. Masonator was flipping through an article on things to know before you play Scarlet and Violet. And it was stuff like, make sure you lock your map and stuff so it doesn't rotate with you every time you turn I was like, yeah, that might be a good idea. It's like little hints and heads up about that sort of stuff I'm perfectly fine with. Because, like, we knew it was a roaming area. So, like, that is not new information. The fact that you can lock your map, that is new information. However, it is useful information that's not, like, spoiling the final evolution of the starters, you know? Picnics are how you go it. Huh? Picnics are how you go. What does that mean? How you do it. Oh. I still don't understand. I understand it a little better, but I still don't understand. What do you mean by picnic? I mean, anytime somebody says the word picnic, I think of Yogi Bear and his picnic basket. Are they, like, setting up camp in Sword and Shield? Because that was one thing I never liked, actually, about Sword and Shield. Like, I liked it for, like, the one-time experience to go make the curry and stuff like that, but to do it all the time was just not for me. Yes and no. Okay. Kind of, but it's optimized. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make some cider tonight because I'm freezing. I had like 3 or 4 things of cider at the wedding that we went to on Sunday. It's kind of funny because this was actually a brilliant idea and it was perfect for this time of year. They had a hot cocoa bar. And so they had the option of, you know, you could do hot chocolate, cider. They just had one pitcher of hot water and then the mix-ins. Like these, how they're the pouches and stuff. They just had a crap ton of them. And then they had another thing of coffee off to the side for those people who like coffee. But I thought that was brilliant. And it kept me very warm. And I was very grateful for it because it was kind of chilly outside. Not nearly as cold as it is now. But still. Think anyone truly knows the actual method yet. It does seem there's some kind of kill streak shiny mechanic. What do you... Oh, you're talking about how they talked about that was going to be a thing in Sword and Shield where it was like if you killed 500 in a row, you maxed out your shiny odds or something. That never worked for me. I never got that method to work. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I actually do know that YouTuber. I am familiar with him. Ooh, excuse me. I know there were several people who were doing shiny hunting. I think Tobin was one. I want to say Patters was trying for a bit. I'm only going on the tweets that I saw because I, of course, never opened up anybody's actual streams. I did, however, watch the video of Pat waste a Master Ball. Did watch that. That was funny. Because wasn't it like a Chansey or something? Or a Blissey? Something like that? No, something that we probably all have 1,000 of. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, I did watch that video. Yeah, we'll definitely continue to do. I probably will continue to do the shiny hunts here in Sword and Shield as far as the egg hunting because I do like this version of Masuda method. I think it's pretty optimal 1 in 455 odds is really stinking good. And, like, if there's a way to make it even better in Scarlet and Violet, I may change it up. But as far as egg hunting, I might keep it exclusive to Sword and Shield. Until we get into, you know, Scarlet and Violet only mons. Like Lechonk or, of course, the cutie pie. Oh, shoot. What is it called? The little doggo! The cute, Fido. Because I haven't been able to be there for Johnstone's streams. He started playing it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of streamers were, like, spoofing that they were in Australia. And I'm like, how the heck did you manage to do that? But it was just so they could play it a couple hours early. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'll wait. But I very well, depending on their methods for new style hunts, I may do more shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet when I finally get them. Actually, you guys may be able to answer this for me. And maybe it's because I've just never tried it before. Because just never needed to. You have to make a separate eShop account in Australia? Ah! So, riddle me this. If I have my hard copy, I'm holding up my Three Houses cartridge, but pretend it's Scarlet. And then over here, I have my husband's copy of Violet. Now, because he's played Violet on his Switch, if I put it in my Switch, can I start a new game and it not affect his? Because it's on a different Switch? Or is it because it's using the same cartridge? Because I would very much like to play both. And I'm sure he'd like to play both eventually. Because I don't want to mess up him. And he doesn't want to mess up me. But I'm curious, like, how that would work. I've never had two Switches to try this before, so. Think it would be a new file? See, that's why I'm curious. Like, I don't want to mess him up. That's the last thing I want to do, is mess him up. But I really want to try it. Because in the past, I've always bought both games for myself. So, like, I have a copy of Sword and I have a copy of Shield. I have a copy of Brilliant Diamond and a copy of Shining Pearl. He's got a copy of Shining Pearl. He's got a copy of Sword. Those are his, you know. We've never crisscrossed them, so to speak. So I was curious how that would work. Because how much data is actually stored on the cartridge anymore? As far as, like, save data. Or is that entirely digital? I'm so curious if it would work. I think that's part of the reason why I've always been so keen on the physical copies. Because if we could mix and match, that'd be great. Pretty sure it's stored on the Switch, but I'm also not knowledgeable. Hey, I appreciate honesty. I thought I picked up an egg from you. Okay, that was weird. But if anybody does know or knows where I can, you know, go looking to find out if that's a possibility. Because, like, I know people can have multiple profiles. And it can sometimes, like, affect the game. I don't know exactly how that works. Because I wouldn't want to make a brand new profile every time I want to do a new game. You know? Because I like having the one only me profile, no guest profile. I like doing that. Feels very much mine, you know? But I would like to play Violet at some point. So, we'll see if it comes in tomorrow, which I doubt it will. Then I'll be streaming it as soon as I get it. If it's Monday, I mean, actually, we need to figure out what we're doing on Monday, because I'm probably going to run my Thursday route on Monday. Because I can't run it on Thursday. So. Alrighty, folks. We're at 2:31. Are we gonna get the shiny? Please. Nope. And our last egg hatched of the night. I'm gonna pick up that one that she's got, and then we're gonna call it a night. With that being said, let's open up YouTube and let's find somebody to raid. Let's see, is anybody else not doing? He's doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of the game. Jeez, you're crazy. Okay, you're playing Violet. Okay. That was weird. You're all playing the new games. Why am I the one weirdo? Come on. Nope. Oh, I haven't seen you. And you're playing the game too. Ah! I think everyone's playing. Yeah, they are. You know what? We've only got 3 people in here. Let's just call it a night. How about that? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Love to all of you and your families. Hope you guys all have a great, fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Love you all. End of stream. Bye bye.